Now back in 2020, when Kia launched the Sonet, it immediately raised the bar for other SUVs in the sub-4 meter SUV space. Now since then, its rivals, they've had the time to catch up, to be a little bit more utilitarian, to be a little bit more feature-rich, and overall to be more comfortable cars to drive. Now to set things straight, Kia has launched the Sonet Facelift in 2023. We are driving it today, but the question that still remains is it still the segment benchmark? Hi, my name is Dhruv Paliwal. You're watching AutoX. Let's get started. Now, to set a little bit of context, Kia is offering the Sonet in 3 different variant lineups. That is the Tech line, the GT line and the X line. There are also 3 engine options and 5 transmission options, but more on all of that later. Right now, we are driving the GT line of the Sonet with a 1.5 litre diesel and a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Now to spice things up, Kia has given the Sonet sharper styling. The front grille, that's new. The bumper, that's also been reworked. The headlamps are now sleeker and they get this drop-down appearance on the sides. And the fog lamps, well, depending on the variant line you pick up, you get them in 3 different configurations. Now, Kia has gone the whole 9 yards when it comes to alloy wheels as well, because once again, depending on the variant line you pick, you get the option to choose from 4 different wheels. Now at the rear, Kia has brought the design of the Sonet more in line with its siblings, that is the Seltos and the Carens, by offering this LED strip over here which lights up when you hit the brakes. Apart from that, the rear bumper that has also been reworked, and the skid plates that you see, again, you get different skid plate options depending on the variant line you pick up. Now, once you're inside the Sonet, the changes, they're subtle, but they do exist. For starters, this instrument cluster right in front of me, it's a fully redesigned unit, and in my opinion, it looks a lot more stylish and mature than before. This touchscreen, that's also gotten a revamp, there's a new software update, and there used to be knobs over here which are no longer the case. Honestly, not a big fan of those. Let me know what you think about them in the comments box below. And lastly, the center console over here, that has also received minor tweaks. Now the interesting thing is, despite all these subtle changes, Kia has gone the whole distance when it comes to offering options to its customers, because the interior, it can be spec'd once again in 4 different colors depending on the variant line you pick. Now when it comes to features, they have always kind of been the Sonet's forte, but with this update, Kia has sprinkled some goodies on top to make it even more appealing. To start with, it now gets ADAS like the Seltos, and honest impressions, the system is pretty good at gauging stuff around it. For example, lane markings. We were driving on roads in the morning where the lane markings were not so recent, not so fresh, and they were a little bit black, and it could still catch them. But the problem I found out to be was that when it corrects you to keep you centered in your lane, the corrections felt a little bit too aggressive. However, we do ask that you take these impressions with a pinch of salt, because they're based on a very short time spent driving the car. Now, Kia has also updated the Kia Connect app, which gets a lot more connectivity options for the Sonet now. But my favorite feature out of all of those is the fact that you can access the 360-degree camera of the Sonet on your smartphone. Now, generally, I'm not a big fan of integrating smartphones into cars, but the thing is, in this case, it actually works, because sitting at home, you can check what is around your car or who is around your car. Now, you'll also find that the Sonet's driver seat is electrically adjustable for reach and recline. Now when it comes to powertrain options for the Kia Sonet, you get a plethora of options, and it's not going to be easy to decide. There's a 1.2 litre naturally aspirated petrol engine, and it is a smooth operator. And those who seek refinement will really enjoy that motor. There's also a 1-liter turbo petrol engine, and that's a little bit more spirited. Those who like to put their pedal to the metal every single time will really appreciate that engine. And if you're chasing fuel efficiency, then the 1.5-liter diesel engine will be the perfect match for you. In fact, the turbo petrol and the diesel, both these engines can be had with manual and automatic transmission options. However, the naturally aspirated petrol engine, that can only be had with a manual transmission. But a little bit more convenience, the diesel engine can be had with a third transmission option as well, and that's the IMT, that is the clutchless manual. So basically it's cost effective and it's convenient also. Now, as far as driving impressions go, we've driven the 1.5-liter diesel with the automatic transmission, and Kia says they have worked on decreasing the sound of the engine when it's accelerating. And there is some logic to that, because this diesel engine, now diesels are generally known for their clatter, and when you rev the car high, the clatter kind of becomes audible inside. It's not like it's not audible in this car, but it feels quite muted, it feels quite refined. So Kia has really worked on the NVH of this level, which I think was the only problem with this engine, and it now feels a lot more better to drive. The 6-speed torque converter that we have over here, the automatic, that's also a smooth shifting unit. It's not the fastest unit out there, but drive it leisurely and you'll face no problems. My overall impression of driving the Kia Sonet is that it is a lovely car to drive. I mean, the steering, it feels so responsive, it feels so direct. The brakes, they offer nice bite. The ride quality, I can almost call it plush. It absorbs so much that the road has to throw at it. But one problem with the ride quality actually is the fact that the rear suspension feels a little bit too stiffly set up, and that means when you go over sharper stuffs, and especially if you're driving by yourself, the rear tends to kick back and it's not a very comfortable feeling. But this problem can be diluted down to some extent if you have passengers in the back to equal out the load. Now overall, I'll say this, the Kia Sonet, it is a fast car, but you'll like it more if you drive it at a leisurely pace. Now to sum it up, the Kia Sonet, it's following the same formula as before. Its spread of variants and powertrains means that there is a Sonet for everyone at most budgets. But the thing is, the Sonet now with this update has gained a little bit more kit like ADAS, and that inevitably means that its price is going to go up. That's the problem. You see, the Sonet was itself always a premiumly positioned car compared to its rivals. But if that price goes a little bit too high, people just might be tempted to go for a bigger SUV, like the Seltos for say. So, if Kia can get the price right, they have a winner on their hands. Now, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, obviously hit the like button, share this video with your friends if they're looking to buy the Sonet, and for more such cool automotive content, subscribe to the autoX channel. Thank you so much for watching.